Boy Rest Boy 23, and a lot of you guys been asking for my hands-on personal experience thoughts with 2K17. So I'm gonna give you guys my thoughts. So the first thing I noticed was the presentation. The presentation was amazing. You didn't feel when you went to a different arena, you felt a different atmosphere all the time. No arena ever felt the same. 2K actually took the time to go to different arenas around the NBA and get their real life sounds, the real life chants, and it was great. So if you go to Toronto, you hear their chants. You know what I mean? You feel the crowd atmosphere, and it comes out to you. It's not like the crowd is just standing there, and it's like, okay, the crowd's there. Like, you felt it when the game gets in serious mode. You actually feel that competitiveness, and you feel like the crowd coming out, making a difference in the game, which was big to me. The second thing I noticed was the fluidness in the game, and also the game speed felt just right. It didn't feel too fast. It didn't feel too slow. It felt just right. When you see people fighting through screens, you actually see people going for cuts, like trying to get around people. It came out to me, and that was a big thing to me, because little things like that matter in the game. You don't want to just feel like someone's walking through a screen. You see people fighting, getting their jerseys pulled, people holding people, fighting through, pushing off. That means that's a lot to me. Also, defense is a great improvement. Why to me? Because in defense, when you're playing defense, for instance, there's a new swiping system that I really love. I used it a lot. Okay, but there are penalties as well. If you're playing a ball handler and you reach at the wrong time, you will either get beat or penalized. It's no more of the spamming square. You're continuously spamming square over and over again. That is not happening anymore. But with the swiping system, you can choose if you want to swipe left, right, up, down. So, for instance, if you're guarding a great ball handler, right, and you're timing him, and he's about to come back left, and you swipe in the opposite direction to get that steal, you're gonna get that steal. But wait, it's not like previous 2Ks where you just get that rip and then you run with the ball. You have to chase and get that ball. As a real life situation, if you steal the ball and you pluck it, you go get that ball. You don't sit there and just be like, oh, it's an animation. Oh, figures. No, it's not like that. And that came out to me. You got people diving for the ball, and right after a steal, it actually feels like you have to fight for that loose ball. It doesn't feel like you're in animation or canned into animation where it's like, oh, okay, they did it for me. No, it doesn't feel like that. That was brilliant to me. And the physicalness in the game was also something that came out to me, because when someone's going in there, you're getting bumped and stuff. You're not going to see someone like I tried myself. I actually tried to do things in the game that I could do last year that were like exploits. For instance, hopping through like 2 or 3 people with LeBron. That's not going to happen, because if someone comes up to you and he has another person right next to him, you're not going to just sit there and hop step over them. You're going to lose the ball, because it's no longer that animation where it's like, oh, let me bump him. He gets off me and goes up. It's not like that anymore, which also came up to me. The ball handling was really, really fluid. I loved the ball handling. It was so fluid. And the one thing I noticed is like, wow, skills in this game are really going to separate people from who's better or who's worse. Why? Because when you do ball handling, you don't do the same moves like, okay, let me just click R2 and trigger right, or RT trigger right, and do that. You actually have to chain your moves together to get that right move to finish them off. And it's not like you're going to see someone sitting there dribbling for 24 seconds, because the fatigue system that they have now, if you're dribbling too much, you're going to miss the shot, because you're going to be out of breath. You're not going to sit there and be able to keep like dribbling fast. You're going to slow down. You're going to see your player slow down. It's going to pick up. And from you doing that so much, it'll pick up on you. And the next play, you might try and do the same thing, but you're so tired from the last play carried on to the next play, which was big to me. It's not like, oh, I got all this mysterious energy that just came out of nowhere. No, it carries on throughout the game, which was also big to me. Rebounding is phenomenal. It's no more of that like, okay, I'm just gonna hold L2 or LT and sit there and just press triangle or Y and get this random rebound like for luck. You actually have to fight. People can get if you can pull. You can pull a person, you can grab the jersey, you can seal, you can get under them, you can put it's so you actually feel like you're fighting for a rebound. It doesn't feel like, okay, it's just luck. Like, if 9 times out of 10, if someone's a better rebounder and skilled at moving you out the paint or sealing that position, they will get the rebound, which was also something big to me. Another thing is, The tip passes were also, the tip rebounds, were also great to me, because with the tip rebounds, you know, when you're fighting for that rebound and you feel like you're actually fighting, you get that tip and you feel like you're getting rewarded for fighting in the paint. It's like, oh, I just got lucky. Once again, you're actually fighting for that rebound, you tip it out, your player gets it. The bump animations with the steals, that's another thing. You know, that bump animation thing is gone, you know, and it actually feels like there's really no canned animations anymore. There's nothing that sitting like, oh my God, I'm getting into all these animations. It doesn't feel like that. A lot of people were saying the shot meter. Everybody like, oh, shot meter. Why does the game have a shot meter on the layup? You know, but actually 9 times out of 10, you don't even look at the shot meter on the layup. You know, you just go for the layup, and it's actually a great thing that they put in the game, because if you're trying to go up for that Jordan, you know, that Jordan layup or something like that, it's not like everyone could just hit there and go baseline and you push the analog stick baseline. Everyone's gonna do it. You have to actually skill and time that layup. You know, like, oh my God, he made that again. Like, he's just abusing it. No, you got to time it the right way to get it. As I was saying, you need to be skilled to do certain things, which is big to me, because you don't want everybody being able to do the same thing, you know. You like the separation. Also, people were asking about the new timing, you know, the new aiming meter. The aiming meter is great. You know, the aiming meter is not a problem at all. You can still shoot with square. People are asking, well, we can't shoot with square no more. You can still shoot with square. I shot with square and I shot with the aiming as well. The aiming meter is definitely a big improvement. You know, if you aim the basket, if you aim the right way, you'll have a better chance of making it than using square. But if you use it wrong, don't be surprised if you airball. Which, you know, it's not like a cheesy animation, like a cheesy like use of the aim meter. Also, the shot meter, in my opinion, better than the previous years. You know, I love it. It picks up. It's a little bit faster this year. You know what I mean? It feels like it picks up it goes right with the game speed. So it's not like you feel like the game speed doesn't feel connected to it. It feels just right. So shout out to them for that, because the last couple of years I haven't, you know, really liked the shot meter, but this year I'm okay with it. I'm like, yeah, I like this. You know, it's a big improvement. So you're basically timing everything besides dunks. Dunks don't get timed. The new cutoff system was amazing too to me. Like, you know, as far as rebounding, it just like blew my mind. It blew my mind. But those are my thoughts for right now. I can't even think of what else. Like, the game was so like improved in me. I was amazed with what they did. They definitely surprised me, man. I can't wait till you guys get your hands on it and tell me your feedback, man. It's your boy, Rest City Boy 23. Thank you for watching. Please hit that subscribe button.